Welcome, welcome, guys. Happy Sunday. Happy holidays, everybody. Jay, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Brian? What's going on, Bryce? All right, guys, about 30 seconds, we'll get started. How's everybody's end of year going? Marcelo, what's up, guys? If you guys are tuning in live, say what's up in the chat. Let me know where y'all are tuning in from. What's up, Seth? Samir, good to see you, bro. Lisa, good to see you. What's up? Hopefully I'm not saying this too wrong. Mayawa, what's up? Hello, hello, guys. How's it going, everybody? Samir said there should be some liquidity in the market this week for a little bit, correct? Yeah, for a couple days here. See a bit going on. What's going on, Sam, out in Raleigh? Lisa, what's up? I'm in Phoenix also. What's up, Marcello? Out in Chile. What's going on? Nice. We're global, international today. Seth in Alberta. Nice. Shout out all my Canadian followers and subscribers. What's up, guys? Hey, Jameson. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you, man. Also. Ashish, good to see you again, bro. Hope you had a good Christmas break also. Roland, Vegas. That's awesome, man. Gonna be out there the week after next, or weekend after next, I should say. Nice. New Orleans, Maryland. What's good, guys? Okay. We'll get started in like 30 seconds. This music is just pretty vibey. Slovenia, that's what's up. I'm actually Czech, so that's cool. Shout out EU. Jameson has how about that Bitcoin Ethereum rally? Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that. Bitcoin has been flying off the freaking handle lately. Oh my goodness. So we topped at 28,300. Nice. Fritz out in Miami. Bryce, what's good, bro? Tammy out of Montreal. Big shout out, Montreal. One of my best friends, a couple of my good friends live in Montreal. Shout out all the Montreal subscribers. Guys, before we get started, definitely make sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Make sure you don't miss any of these Sunday outlooks. I'm going to be doing a Sunday outlook every Sunday in the year 2021. Make sure you smash that like button too if you don't mind doing that also. Appreciate you guys. Okay. Let's get started. Yo, I want your guys' opinions. What do you guys think of like light music in the background when I'm talking? Or do you guys think no music? Music, no music. Let me know. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments. Music or no music? Just trying to feel the vibes out, see what everybody likes more. Maybe no music. Could be distracting for some people. Emmanuel says music. Okay. Okay. We got a lot of people saying music. Lisa says no music. For me, it's distracting. Okay, here. What I'll do, I'll just put on like the second to lowest one. It's real quiet, mellow in the background. See how that works out. Put a little bit of lo-fi in the background. Okay, guys, let's get started though. Welcome to another Sunday Outlook, guys. We've knocked out a couple of these before the end of the year. Thank you for tuning in. All right, this is gonna be the last weekly outlook of 2020. Okay, I know I had a huge gap, like an 8-9 month gap of doing these. I'm excited to be bringing you guys one of these outlooks every single week, actually, every single week in the year 2021. So if you are not already, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on the little bell for notifications. That way you get a push notification when I go live. And without further ado, guys, let's get started. If this is your first time tuning in, by the way, welcome. My name is David Schinkel. I do these weekly outlooks. Well, like I said, I had a big gap this year, but usually I do one of these weekly outlooks every single Sunday, absolutely free. All right, not for my benefit, but for your guys' benefit. I appreciate the amount of support that I got from you guys when I was away. That's the reason why I'm so excited about doing these again. So yeah, definitely make sure you're subscribed, because next year I don't plan on missing a single one. Even if I'm traveling, you guys know, even when I've been in Australia or Thailand, wherever I've been, when I was consistently doing these in the past, I still made an effort to get on every single Sunday that I could. So real excited to talk about today. So it's the last trading week, guys, right? Let's just quickly go over the calendar. It's Sunday the 27th, right? Not a lot of trading happens on Sunday. We've got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to work with. All right. The Monday is, let's see, the 28th, the 29th, the 30th. Yeah. So Thursday is New Year's Eve. And then the 1st is New Year's. So it's not a very tradable weekend, but there are a couple events to go over for the week. Not even events, just a couple setups actually. All right. So just know that it's, especially if you're tuning in for your first time, maybe, that this isn't going to be a normal weekly outlook. In fact, this weekly outlook is probably going to be pretty short. Probably going to keep it under 20 minutes today. Okay, 15, 20 minutes, just to really give you guys the sauce that needs to be talked about. So just to look at the economic calendar to start off the week, there's nothing on the calendar. Okay, all these are bank holidays. No high impact news. I think I even have medium on here. Yeah, I have medium impact sorted. No high impact, no medium impact. I don't even know if there's any low impact. It doesn't matter anyways. Yeah, there's some low impact, but again, doesn't matter anyways. No high impact, no medium impact, nothing of importance this week. No central bank meetings, no interest rates, no non-farm payrolls. But next week, guys, next week we've got quite a bit going on. Okay, this is also a good opportunity to go over that this Friday. Okay, those of you guys that trade NFP and are used to it being on the first Friday of every month, this Friday, even though it's January 1st, it's New Year's, right? So banks are closed. So we don't have NFP this Friday, okay? That's next week. So this is going to fall technically on the second Friday of the month, January 8th. Okay, so we've got our normal CAD employment reports, and then we've got our USD reports on the 8th. Okay, but that'll come. We'll talk more about that next week on the 3rd. Okay, for this week, nothing. What I do want to go over, before we'll come back to Bitcoin. I know some of you guys wanted some thoughts on Bitcoin, but I just need to talk about gold. Okay, I've been telling you guys, if you've been on my outlooks last week, the week before last, right? I've been telling you guys, and I showed you guys on the chart, right? We went back 10 years on the chart. and we looked that gold towards the end of December, around December 20th to January 9th, January 10th ish, right? About the roughly the last 10 days of the current year and the first 10 days of the new year, that 21 day ish period, we have seen a bull run in gold. We usually see gold go up at the end of the year. So I've been trying to tell you guys this, right? And same thing has been happening. Right now, this didn't happen right off the bat. If we look at the daily, right, initially the first 2 days, and we look back every year, it's not like exactly on the 20th, right? The past couple years have been, but if we look at, let's say like right here, this is 2016 going into 2017. It didn't happen until the 23rd. Right here, this was the previous year, right? 2015 going into 2016. It didn't happen actually until January 1st. So obviously this isn't, it's a guaranteed specific day that gold just goes up, right? We've been talking about watching price action. And I'm not necessarily here to just toot my own horn, guys. I'm here to give you guys trading, my outlook for the week. But I do just want to plug myself very quickly. Okay, I want to plug this group. Okay, the link to this Telegram group is in the subscription or in the description below. And just to show you guys proof, right? Maybe this is your first weekly outlook you're watching, or you're like, why should I even listen to you? What do you have to say? Well, here's the thing. Okay, sometimes I'll post a funny GIF like this, but here's the thing. Let me just clear off this so you guys can stay focused on this. Okay, this is last week's outlook. Okay, this is last week's outlook on the 21st. Okay, that I posted, or actually on the 20th, I'm sorry. And I told you guys, main topic for this week, metals already rallying, right? Rally. You guys should know what that word is. For some of you guys that might be new into trading, watching this, rally is when it goes up. Okay, a rally is up, a dip is down, right? If I say already dipping, that means it's going down. Already rallying, that's going up. So metals already rallying and will continue as the Fed prints more money with these stimulus packages. Okay, I said gold will hit 2,300, silver 3,600 at least in 2021. Okay, now just as a reminder too. Okay, not to boost myself up, but again, this is just strictly to provide some credibility to you guys. Okay, so this Telegram completely free, by the way. You go in there. I just give out some free game. Okay, the link is in the description below. But this is from last year. Look at the timestamp, December 12th, 2019. Okay, I guess I can't. You can't. I guess Telegram does let you edit things, but you can see if it's been edited, right? Like some old stuff, or like sometimes I'll post something where I need to edit it, but you can see this is never, it'll say edited, right? So that was just some sort of post that I had to edit back on the 12th, right? Sometimes you'll see edited if I had a spelling error or something. But this one you can see from December 12th, 2019, not edited at all. I said the multi-year highs, I said gold was below 1,300 at the time. This is kind of talking about the past on gold, right? We blew past those levels. But I said right here, I'm telling you right, and this was last year, over a year ago. I said, I'm telling you right now, the same way I told you in the past, gold is bullish long-term. And look at my conviction here. I didn't say it might. I didn't say we'll possibly see. I said it will hit 2,000 in 2020. Okay? That was December 12th, 2019. If we go look at the charts, this was December 12th, 2019, right over here. Okay, gold was below 1,500 at the time. Okay, we had a rally this year. This is all of 2020 right here. Our highs were $2,075 in August. Okay, I'm telling you guys right now, the same way I had this type of conviction last year. Okay, write this down on your long-term outlooks. I'm going to turn the music up just one little smidge. Gold is going to hit 2,300 minimum in 2021. Okay, it is, in my opinion, it is imminent. It has to happen. Okay, we have heard it directly from Powell's mouth, right? The chair of the Fed. directly from his mouth that interest rates are not going to be going up until at least 2023. Now, those outlooks can be revised at any time, right? Jerome could say tomorrow, he could say tomorrow that Mr. Powell, he could say tomorrow that he wants to uh, raise interest rates soon. But I don't think that's the case. Okay, I don't think that's happening, especially with the stimulus package. Okay, now to give you guys an update on that stimulus package, right? It's about a $900 billion. The total of it is actually over $2 trillion, right? 1.4 trillion is going to go to government and things that don't have to do with the citizens as much, right? But 900 billion is, and a portion of that, about 100 and I think it's between 160, 180 billion of that is what is going to be that $600, right? And then there's a portion of it that's going to go to small business, the Small Business Administration for those SBA loans, the Paycheck Protection Program, right? Lots of money going all over the place. Now, last weekend, it was passed, okay? And now all Trump needs to do is sign it. Now, I'm sure if you guys were on social media at all this week, you probably saw, and I'm not going to get into opinions, okay? I don't want to, create a division necessarily here in the chat. I do have opinions on things, but I don't think this is the time nor the place for me to share my opinions, right? You guys want my opinions? Follow me on Instagram or something. Follow my stories. But the fact is there's a lot of money in this stimulus that's going to foreign countries. Okay, a lot of money. You guys probably have seen the breakdown of it. In fact, I probably should have had the breakdown on here so you guys could see, the billions of dollars that's going overseas. So at this point, at this moment right now, Trump has refused to sign the stimulus deal. In fact, I've been following his tweets. He actually tweeted about 1 hour ago, actually like 56 minutes ago, that he has some big news coming, that there's something coming out. Okay, so regardless, let me just get to the point. The stimulus package, whether it gets signed as is or whether it gets modified and then signed, the fact is this stimulus package is going to get signed. Some sort of stimulus package is going to happen, right? It has to happen because the American people, there's no, and by the way, I'm going to get to where this involves everybody, right? I saw there's a lot of people tuning in right now from other countries outside of the US. I'm talking about this because this affects our trading. Everybody's trading, right? We can all trade gold, right? We can all short the dollar. It doesn't matter if you live in Canada. It doesn't matter if you live in Australia, in Europe, wherever you live, right? This affects our trading, right? Our trading opportunities. So what I'm getting at, guys, is that regardless of whether it gets signed today, whether it gets signed tomorrow, whether it gets signed Wednesday, Friday, whenever, next week, the week after, whenever it happens, money is coming through those printers. Okay? The Fed is going to be printing a lot of money. That is imminent. Okay? That is the fact that we know. Okay? Whether it's, X amount for us and X amount for foreign countries and X amount, whatever it is, the fact is that there is some sort of amount that is going to be printed, okay? And I want you guys to understand what happened the last time the last stimulus package was passed in March, okay? Look at what has happened to gold. We have gone from the lows of gold around $14.65 to the highs in August of over $2,000 an ounce, okay? This is a $600 move in gold. $600. The increase in this is 40%, a 40% increase in gold. Okay? Now, if we see, let's say that the November lows, the November and December lows were that 40%. If we see another 40% move on gold, okay, that's right around 2,500. Okay, so I'm putting a fairly conservative prediction around 2,300. Okay, 2,300 will be hit in 2021. Okay, look at the monthly candle on gold, guys. If we want to just talk technical price action for a minute, look at this monthly candle on gold. Massive, massive bullish candle, completely erasing the November losses. Right? So 2,300 doesn't really seem like an impossible feat, especially with the push that we've had. Okay? So I'm expecting gold to do really well. Also, in my Telegram last week, I posted in the beginning of the week when we were around 1860, I said that either we're going to break 1860 and go down to the 1820 levels and fill in this. Oops. Don't mean to have that there. Fill in this. Okay. We were either going to break lower and come and fill in this void, this gap right here, or 1860 was going to provide us some support. Okay, on the lower time frames, if you guys are day trading gold, there was some great opportunities last week, right? We had a nice bullish engulfing candle off of the lows right here, right? A really nice spring, that liquidity grab, right? Just to break those final lows, stop everybody out. So some good buy opportunities were right there on gold. Okay. Also, right in here, we had a nice bull flag towards the end of last week. Right now, not a whole lot of movement into the end of last week, but this week has opened pretty high. Right, we've gone from just the 1 hour that the market has been open, we've gone from 1879 up to 1890. Right, it's currently sitting at 1887. So I'm expecting a pretty sizable move on gold over the next week and a half. Okay, if I haven't been clear enough, buy gold. Okay, buy gold. Gold buys are the move. Hold on, let me turn on my keyboard brightness. I can't see my keyboard. Okay, gold buys are the move. Gold is going to continue rallying. Okay, gold is going to continue rallying all the way to 2,300. So, Jameson, in the chat, you're asking what's my prediction for gold and silver? Gold, 2,300. Okay, that's my long-term prediction. I think it's possible that we could see this hit before Q3 of next year. Okay, it's a good possibility this could happen in Q1, but I don't like to necessarily give a specific time of when it needs to hit. I just know where it's going. Okay, I think also Goldman Sachs a few weeks ago, I would have to look at my spreadsheet, but I believe Goldman Sachs also provided a $2,300 target on gold also. So that's pretty solid. I know another bank is expecting dollar yen to continue crashing also. I think their outlook was 101, something along then. Cree, you said you're looking for that zone to break on the daily. Yes, it would be nice. I assume you're referring to this zone right here. I would like to see this zone broken before really getting aggressive with buys. But you can be buying anywhere around here. You can be buying anywhere around here with stops about 1850. Okay, 1850 would be a pretty good stop for gold. Now, that's not that big of a stop loss in reality, right? $37, but for the upside, up to 2,300, right up to 2,300, like a $400 move, right? Risking $37 on on a gold move on stop loss for over $400 move on gold looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good to me. All right, let's look at silver. Just delete this stuff. Sorry guys, still getting used to the annotation on TradingView. Let's look at silver. Silver, I'm also bullish, right, on silver. I can't be bearish on gold or I can't be bullish on gold and bearish on silver. So silver, same thing, buying silver. Okay, silver has a big move to make. We've been in consolidation for a while. Okay, we've been moving sideways. We topped around August, and then we've just been sideways. We had a bit of a drop on the week of September 21st. But other than that, we've just been moving sideways. We're now breaking out of that consolidation. And I believe this is going to be a fairly strong uptrend. Okay. Now, the next technical zone is going to be $37. Okay. We have all this liquidity from March of 2012. All right. That's where I'm expecting the silver to move. And if we actually measure out this move on silver, this first move, that's about a $12 move on silver. If we go from the lows and do a $12 move, right, that's to like 34. Okay, so 34, 37. I personally think silver is going to have a bigger move than that. I think we're going to move much higher, and I think we're going to break the 2011 lows next year. Okay, especially with this possible Green New Deal happening. Just to give you guys a little heads up, there's a lot of silver that goes into the production of solar panels. So this multi-billion-dollar proposed Green New Deal, if that goes through, there's going to be a lot of solar panels coming up. Okay, so I'm bullish on silver. This week specifically, I'm just looking to scale more into gold. Okay, any time frame, right? Any time frame, the 2 hour, the 30-minute, any time frame that you get good price action to buy, right? Anytime you get good price action to buy. Could have scaled into buys on Friday morning, right? Same thing. Look, we just have these, where was it? We just have these bigger moves that happen on the same moves that happen on the smaller time frame. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where was that. Oh yeah, okay. So right here, check this out. So remember how I just showed you guys this? And this is something I don't plan on doing any real specific teaching lives, right? I like to do more of these weekly outlooks for you guys. I save those lives or those teaching for my students. But this right here, right? This is an example of the Wyckoff method, right? This is called a spring, right? Or a liquidity grab, whatever you want to call it, right? Where we have a series of lows made. A lot of people are buying in this area, right? Buying off of these lows because we want to buy low, sell high, right? So a lot of stop losses are going to be just below these lows. So this candle on the morning of December 23rd, right? Thursday morning, that stops out all of these early buyers or buyers that didn't have their stop loss far enough, had too tight of stops. And then we have a nice bullish engulfing candle. And I mean, you could have even bought off of the close of that 1 hour just because of a strong wick and just pure price action, or you could have bought off of the close of this 1 hour, right? But what I want to get at is what I just said, is how we see the same thing just on these smaller time frames. The same sort of setups. Watch, I'll show you guys right now in the 30-minute what I'm talking about. So bear in mind this setup. This happens all the time in the markets, guys. All the time in the markets. Look at this 30-minute. Right here. Same thing. Right here. Okay, Friday morning. Right? We have these lows that are made. People that buy, they put their stop losses right here. And then we have 7 a.m. candle. Well, that's 7 a.m. for me. But early candle, early, and when I say early, I mean morning candle, right? We have that. This is in the New York session, right? So the most volatile time, right, during the London and the New York session. And this is our spring. I highly recommend. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to draw an arrow the best way. That's probably the best way. Okay, that's our spring right there. Highly recommend that you guys look into the Wyckoff method, right? Understanding how to trade the Wyckoff method. It's good for price action, right? You see, there's no indicators on here. You know, you'll see over here I have the moving averages, but I have them hidden right now, right? I will use moving averages at times, but see, this is a perfect example of why I don't like trading based off of indicators. I like price action much more than indicators. Because if you're just looking at the indicators, right? You're just looking at the moving averages and you're just looking at, and you're failing to look at what's actually happening in the market, that we have this previous low break, strong close, right? Big wick, so not a lot of momentum. You might get trapped into a sell here because your logic says, okay, well, here's our moving averages. This is in case you guys need to know, this orange is the 100 and the green is the 50. And I don't use moving averages for entry. Very rarely do I use moving averages for entry. If I do, they're used as a tool of confluence. I'll tell you guys right now that moving averages for me are used for take profit levels on buys or sells. Okay, so for example, which I'm not, but if I was in a sell on gold, which I'm not, and I would not recommend selling gold right now, one way that I might use a moving average is, I would be targeting the lower, the higher moving average, the higher of the two moving averages in a sell. Okay, but I'm definitely not selling gold. Okay, I'm only looking to buy. Gold may drop a little bit. Gold could actually drop back to this level, actually towards this moving average, but I would only look for buys on gold. Personally, I would only look for buys on gold because, guys, you got to keep in mind, this is all based off the dollar. This is all based off the dollar index. This dollar index, to me, looks like we're about to tank. Okay, we might have a little bit of a correction. Especially going into the new year. For the next couple of days, it's possible. But overall, guys, the dollar index is very bearish. Let me get the moving averages. See, the moving averages are just kind of distracting. Overall, we are very bearish on the dollar index. We have broken out of a multi-year channel. The next level is to come and test the 2018 lows. Okay, 2018 lows around 88, what was that, 88.25, about there, 88.25. That's our target on the dollar index. Okay, so the dollar index goes down, gold goes up. I would only be interested in buying gold and selling the dollar right now. I am betting that the stimulus package is going to be very bad for the dollar, and it is going to continue to make the dollar fall, right? Let me remind you guys, this is the daily chart on the dollar of what happened after the money started printing and all of that quote-unquote free money, and nobody has to work, but they're getting a nice unemployment check, right? I think what were the unemployment checks, like $500, $600, something like that, right? Everybody was getting these huge unemployment checks, and that just creates a lot of inflation, right? Really good for the stock market, right? Really good for the stock market, but really bad for the US dollar. Okay, a weak dollar provides a strong stock market, a temporary bubble in the stock market, right? Because you're able to think about this. If you're a company that's based in, let's say, Canada, Australia, the UK, wherever outside of the United States, and you want to buy, let's say, $20 million worth of steel for infrastructure in your country. Well, do you want to buy that steel when the US dollar is very strong against your own currency? No. You want to buy when your currency is much stronger against the US dollar. Right? So that's the reason why stocks go up when the US dollar goes down. That's just one general example. Because if you do, let's say now you do that business, right? So imagine this, right? And this is why these companies, they hire analysts to look at the foreign exchange market and to figure out a better projection of when to do business, right? So let's say you're the head of some company, right? When the dollar index was up here in March, right? Maybe you don't know a lot about the foreign exchange market, right? You just know how to do business, okay? Maybe that's kind of funny to say that because you probably inherently know a bit about the foreign exchange market if you know how to do business. But let's say you don't do any sort of like the finance side of business. You just know how to make deals. Right? And you go and say, well, you go to your, whoever you go to, and you say, we need $20 million worth of steel for these projects. Right? Your analyst back in March or April might have told you, wait to do that deal because a $2 trillion stimulus package just got passed through the US and the inflation of the dollar is about to go through the roof. The dollar is going to lose its value. So we can buy that steel at a lot cheaper price if we just wait a little bit. So now they waited a while. They waited 8 months, 9 months, and now they're prepared to do that sort of deal. Right? And maybe they're scaling in on buying that steel. Right? When the dollar first drops, they buy, $5 million worth of steel. And then when it drops a little bit more, they buy another $5 million worth. You guys get the picture, right? So this is good. Where's it now? That's good for the stock market when the dollar is going down because you're doing business with US companies, right? You're buying that steel from companies, right? US-based companies that are selling you that steel. So it's always good for, and that's why the stock market, right? If we look at the stock market, this is why the stock market has done extremely well during there's a lot of variables, but one of the reasons why the stock market has done really well during this whole pandemic is because although the US dollar is very weak, that makes it a lot easier for countries outside of the US to buy materials, raw materials, goods, services, whatever they need to buy from the US. So that stimulates the stock market, right? That creates a false, like I call it false because it's eventually it's gonna implode on itself, but probably not anytime soon. Just to kind of segue into the stock market very quickly, I'm still expecting the stock market to do very well, right? They say history repeats itself, so I'm expecting a repeat of this to happen. Okay, inflation to continue going up, the US dollar to continue driving lower, and metals to continue going up, stocks to continue going up, right? So short the US dollar, right? Short the US dollar. Oil also should continue moving up higher, okay? We had a big drop on oil earlier this year, right? At one point, we saw futures go negative at one point, but for spot trading, we were at about $11 a barrel. Crazy. Now we're back up to $47. Over a 400% increase back on oil since May, but still not back to the highs that we were at pre-COVID, right? Where we were in a range between $65 and $50 a barrel. So oil still has plenty of room to the upside. Okay? And that's really it, guys. I don't really have any interest on a lot of currency pairs right now. My long-term outlook for Euro USD is bullish. Okay, I'm expecting Euro USD in 2021 to move somewhere between 125 and 140. Okay, so I know that's quite a bit of a variant there, but you know, it's gonna be a more if and when sort of scenario to see how far it's gonna go. Still expecting it to go higher though. Okay, I'm just expecting to short the US dollar. Okay, I'm just expecting the US dollar to continue crapping the bed. Okay, Euro USD up, right? USD Swiss franc. I'm expecting this to just continue inching lower and lower. Now, dollar yen, I'm sorry, USD Swiss franc. I said USD Swiss franc and we're looking at dollar yen. Dollar yen, not the best value, okay? Not the best value. Even through this pandemic and even through these big moves, we aren't really seeing any large moves on dollar yen. Okay, so if you really want to capitalize, things like buying gold, things like buying silver, things like even Euro USD, right? Euro USD has been a bigger mover than dollar yen. Okay, but that's it, guys. I know there's a lot of different currencies on here, but it's the last week of the year, right? It's not even a full week of trading. We've got Thursday being New Year's Eve and Friday being New Year's. So I wanted to make this a quick outlook. But last thing I do want to talk about before I let you guys go is Bitcoin. Okay, I gave the spiel last week. I'm gonna give a quick and that was around here when gold was kind of tapering off around 23,000. We've actually broke 28,000 today. The high, yesterday technically, the new candle opens opened 45 minutes ago. But 28,387. Guys, get you some crypto, specifically Bitcoin. Okay, specifically Bitcoin. Now, the thing I do want to talk about, because I did talk about Ripple last week, and you know, I really believe in being transparent, right? I'm not just here to say, oh, I called this and look how high it went. You know, I called this, look how low it went. You know, look at all these good trades I called. I also talked last week about believing that Ripple was a good value also. So I want to be transparent with you guys that, hey, not every losses are part of the game. Right now, the thing with Ripple, let me talk about Ripple for a moment. I want you guys to understand, if you don't know yet, why Ripple is going down. Okay? Ripple is being sued by the SEC, okay, for basically like false claims. Okay, some of you guys that may know quite a bit about Ripple, and maybe you don't know a ton about Ripple, but maybe you heard about it. Early December, a couple weeks ago, back on December 12th, there was something called the Spark airdrop, where once the Flare network launches, which is supposed to happen sometime in early 2021, and then you know, it'll progress, you will get one Spark token for every one Ripple that you had at the time that they took what was called their snapshot. Okay, so even if you sell your Ripple now, at least, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that this is the way it works. Okay, at least I hope this is the way it works, because I've liquidated a little bit of my Ripple positions and moved it into Bitcoin. But I believe that it's based on the snapshot. So how much ever Ripple that you had at the time will be based on how much you get 1-to-1. Now, it's not like, let's say you had 10,000 Ripple. You aren't just going to get 10,000 Spark tokens that day. I believe it's, and again, don't quote me on this. They could be updating and changing this, but last time I read about it, it said 15% is what you'll get right away. So if you had 10,000 XRP, right, then you would get 1,500 Spark tokens, and then that other 85% would come over a 12 to 36 month period, I believe. Okay, now the reason why I'm talking about this Spark is because Ripple basically insinuated that Ripple was going to continue going up because of this Spark token, right? They're basically like telling people that the price was going to go up, which you can't do. Okay, so they're under investigation. That's one of the things that they're under investigation for. Also for selling, and through selling that, they're considered as securities, right? So selling securities without the proper authorization. So because Ripple's getting sued by the SEC, it's created a pretty big sell-off, right? We've gone through from over 50 cents per Ripple. Last week, we had a low of 21 cents. So 50% decrease in price in 1 week. And that's why it's very important that you guys diversify. Okay? But I want to talk about this very quickly before I let you guys go. Just to add a little bit of reality to the situation. Remember that Ripple is a company. Okay? Ripple is one company that created this token. They're based out of San Francisco. Okay, San Francisco in the United States. And they are one of the largest holders of their own coin. Okay? And I'm actually going to pause the music for this one so that I can really make sure that you guys kind of understand why my belief in Bitcoin is still so high. Okay, Ripple is a company. Remember that. It's been known, okay, and I know for a fact that I've mentioned this many, many, many times in the past, that Ripple is also the most centralized coin. Okay, it goes, I think I even said this last week, even before this news came out and Ripple started to drop, that it actually goes against what cryptocurrency is even about, which is decentralization. Now, one of the reasons why I believed it was a good buy was based on the value, right? At the time, last week and the week before last, when I've been talking about Ripple, we've been at about 50 cents per Ripple token, okay? The all-time highs were around $3. So I believed that that was a good value, considering the fact that Bitcoin, considering its all-time highs were already broken and continuing to go higher, that Ripple would move higher. Okay. Adrian, you said they did not create Ripple. XRP was created before Ripple Labs. XRP is decentralized. Okay, but they might not have created XRP, but they own Ripple, right? Ripple, the company, owns Ripple, right? So they're what I'm trying to get at, guys, is Ripple is a company. Okay, so you can sue a company, but Bitcoin, you could never sue Bitcoin. You can create regulations. The SEC can make it more difficult to purchase Bitcoin and to transact with Bitcoin. But Bitcoin was created by, now nobody knows what his real name is, but his moniker was Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, and nobody knows who he is. Okay, to this day, not a single person knows who he actually is. Maybe there's some people, but it's not publicly known. Okay, you can't go and search if you search who is the creator of Bitcoin, it's going to come up with it's going to say Satoshi Nakamoto, but that's not even his real name, right? There's people that believe, there's all sorts of conspiracy theories. Some people believe that he was American, right? That he lived in the U.S. and that's based on some timestamps with early founders and early adopters of crypto, because there were some people that he would send emails to back and forth, and sometimes his timestamps would be off, but then other, so there's a lot of different theories behind who is the creator of Bitcoin. But the thing with Bitcoin is that it is truly decentralized. Okay, it's not owned by a company. The people own Bitcoin. Now there might be certain people that have and hold a large amount of Bitcoins, but at the end of the day, you can't go after the creators of Bitcoin. Okay, so the thing is with Bitcoin, it's going to keep going. That's what I'm trying to get at, guys. There's nothing stopping Bitcoin. Bitcoin will go to over $100,000. Okay, it'll hit. I personally believe that by 2025, it'll be at least $300,000. I mean, with the looks of it and how things have been going, maybe beforehand. Okay, but I do believe that Bitcoin is going to keep going. It's going to hit over 100,000 this upcoming year. I think in 2021, there's a good chance it could hit over 100,000. I mean, let's just put it this way. Since October, it's gone from 10,000 to almost 30,000 in 2 months, right? In 2 months. So in 2.5 months, right? I guess we could call it 3 months, right? All of October, all of November, and all of December. So in 3 months, it went up almost 20,000. Is it crazy to think that it could go up 80,000 or more? Or I'm sorry, 70,000 or more in the next 12 months? No, it's not. It's very realistic. So, yeah, I'm expecting Bitcoin to continue moving higher. And that's really it. I mean, Ethereum, I think Ethereum is a really good value also. And I think Ethereum, you guys should really look into Ethereum right now and getting into Ethereum because this isn't any new information, by the way. You can go and look this up. This has been in the works for a while. Okay. But it's taken longer to happen, which is a good thing because it hasn't. I don't think Ethereum has really seen the rise that it's supposed to see yet because Ethereum 2.0 is coming out. Now, Ethereum 2.0 doesn't change your token. There's not going to be like Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0, like how there is. You guys know how there's like Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and all these different types of Bitcoins. It's not like that. Okay, the thing is the way that Ethereum is created right now, just like Bitcoin, they're both created through what's called proof of work. Okay, POW, proof of work. Now, the thing that's so unique for Ethereum 2.0 is that Ethereum 2.0 is going to be based on proof of stake. Okay, not proof of work. Now, I don't have all the time to get into the difference today between proof of work and proof of stake, but there's pros and cons to each of them. But for Ethereum being a technology coin, what a lot of coins are built on, right? ERC20 tokens, proof of stake could possibly be a lot better. Okay, because it basically allows transactions to be confirmed and move through the blockchain a lot faster. Okay, think of like a one-lane highway with a bunch of cars going super fast down one highway, and this is a very crude analogy, but that's like proof of work. Okay, and proof of stake is like a 5-lane highway. Okay, a multi-lane highway where things can move a lot faster and they don't have to wait for each one to be each car to pass, essentially. Okay. Let me see what we have in the chat real quick. SEC lawsuit had to happen in order to establish a precedent, establish clear regulation for crypto in the U.S. XRP is definitely not a security. No, and I'm not, Adrian, I'm not arguing that XRP is a security. Okay, but that's what the SEC is coming out as, right? That's their argument. Right now, I know that XRP has been sued in the past multiple times, not by the SEC, but they've been sued in the past, Ripple. So it's a whole can of worms, guys. I know everybody's gonna have their different thoughts on this, and I urge you guys, definitely share your thoughts. I am planning. Also, I do want to just drop this little hint. I am dropping, those of you guys that are longtime followers of myself and in these webinars and my Telegram. You guys know that there used to be. I used to have a chat room, right? A big Telegram chat room. I do plan on creating a Discord, right? A big free Discord for everybody to hop in and share their thoughts like this. So I appreciate you guys, being so vocal in the comments, in the chat section with your guys' opinions and thoughts on things. That's something that I'm looking forward to opening. I know a lot of you guys want a space to have that. So something that is going to be in the works for 2021. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for today. This has definitely gone on a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I originally intended today's outlook to be no longer than 30 minutes. Originally thought it would actually be like closer to 15-20 minutes, but you guys know me, I like to talk. So guys, sell the dollar, right? Sell the US dollar, right? Whether you feel comfortable buying gold, buying silver, right? Buying Bitcoin, whatever you want to get into, but take advantage of this stimulus, right? If you're someone like myself that doesn't qualify for the stimulus package, right? I don't get any government handouts, anything like that. And I'm not saying that it's not bad to take a government handout. I mean, I don't believe in them anyways, but regardless, I just don't qualify, right? If you make more than a certain amount on previous tax returns, et cetera, then you don't get any money from it. So, I mean, it would be cool. I would take some free money from the government. Hey, no problem, right? But I just don't qualify for it. So if you're in that category, right, you don't get any free money from the government. Well, you can still make money. You can still get quote unquote free money because we know what's coming, right? We know that inflation for the dollar is imminent, right? There has to be some more inflation coming. All right, so that's all I've got, guys. Do me a huge favor if you've made it this far. Even if you're watching the replay, smash that like button, guys. If you're watching this live, do me a huge favor, smash that like button. You guys have been so supportive. I've been coming back on, Mondays, Tuesdays, seeing the replay views and seeing the amount of support that these outlooks have been getting recently. So it seriously means a lot. It means the world to me, guys. It seriously does, because this YouTube channel, it's YouTube is not an easy platform to grow on organically. So I really appreciate you guys' support, and looking forward to creating more content in 2021. Still have a lot more coming for you guys next year. So appreciate you guys. See you guys in the Telegram. Everybody have a great new year. Okay, stay safe out there. All right, don't do anything stupid. You want to make sure that you have some opportunity to make some money next year. Stay safe out there, guys. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you all had a good 2020. If you didn't have a good 2020, well, now's your time to prepare and really set yourself up for a really good next year. So appreciate you guys. Have a good one and take care, everybody.